Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Gabby from Team DeathNote, and I am here just to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. It's been a great year so far. We have gotten more sets too. Starting off with 2018, that's coming. That's just in a few days. We will be seeing the new arrival of Set 3. I think it's in February. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. Very sorry about that. So yeah, pretty much this is me giving thanks to everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful year. Hope the next year will come even better. If that's what you desire, hope all your wishes come true. And let's get right to this deck profile.
Thanks for watching!
Alright, so it's been a while. I've been trying to do this deck profile now for a while. Majin Vegeta. If you guys don't know what it does, his front side, gets your card from hand, he gets 5,000 in a crit. So he will be swinging most actively for criticals with your opponent. When you have 4 life or less, you activate his awakening. You draw 2 cards, he becomes a 15k body. Same effect as the front side. Discard a card, gets 5,000 in a crit. So now, I've been thinking up ways of how to make this deck actually work. I've tried different builds. Blue, red. Tried it with green. Tried it tricolor. This is what I got. I know at first it looks a little bit weird, but you have to actually understand how the deck works before you try to do anything against your opponent. Now, early game, the deck is very aggressive. You get to swing for double strike, high power, everything. Your opponent is not drawing cards in hand for when you take away damage from their life. So early game he's very aggressive. The only thing I find out late game, your hand doesn't be as large, so it becomes a problem. So what I found out is that this deck needs a lot of hand power, a lot of deck thinning to get the cards that you actually need, so you can actually push for the win. That's why the deck is ran blue-green, dipped with a little bit of red, because you need a further enchant double strike, the Monaka, to give you double strike as well. So your leader can always be threatening for your opponent to be lashing out those negates and high combos, so then you can mess them up in the long run. Okay, so we run 3 of the green Goku for drawing power. Same thing as the 19s, 3 of him for drawing power. 3 of the size 5 17, just because late game you see yourself without hand because you just comboed out. You swing with him even if he gets Mafuba, even if he gets negated. His effect goes off because it's auto that you draw cards until you have 4 cards in hand. So that's actually very good. And Majin Boos as well for drawing power. And Monaka as well. So, deck thinners, we have 3 Bulmas to search out for the Whis. We have 3 Android 20, which is Dr. Gero. Search out for the 19, for the 17, and for the 16, depending on what type of situation you are. Early, late game. Early game, I'll say him or him. Mostly him once you're at 3. Late game, him. Sometimes him. I don't know. And this is how I made the deck run. So basically 2 Father and Son Kamehameha for early game if you're going up against Cell. One thing about Cell against this deck will pretty much leave you broken, because it's hard when you don't have hand. Like I said, he becomes very less aggressive from what he is. Any type of deck that you destroy their hand, things are going to become in an uncomfortable spot. Unless you have a leader that actually lets you draw a lot, like the Gohan leader or like the Trunks leader, that you actually draw a lot, then you fix up your hand again. So that's cool. But this deck, obviously, is not like that. And 4 Senzu Beans to untap, 4 of the Wiz Corrosion, because self-explanatory, negate, untap. Running 3 of the Furious Yell Vegeta, because sometimes your opponent doesn't want for you to awaken, so you won't draw those 2 cards to your hand because you're low in hand. Call out the full Yell Vegeta, depending on where you at. His is only once per turn, so be careful with that, with how many you're calling out there, when you're going to call them out, when you're going to take the life, so you can actually awaken and get rid of a threat that's on the board. So that's what he does. He can KO any size battle card that's out there. 4 of the 10k draws, because let's face it, it's a 10k draw. And that's pretty much it for the deck. The deck is about deck thinning, getting your cards, getting your plays, having cards in hand from discarding, drawing, making your opponent get hit by double strike with the crit. So all these little cards that you go out there, basically they're going to be for your line of defense, like the Gokus, and the Majin Boos and the Bulmas, for you to get the Whis, which is there just for you to ramp and stuff like that. The Android 16 as well, he's there to block or get rid of the other blockers if your opponent decides to block. Every time he KO somebody, he restands, and he has revenge, so that's why he's very good in the deck. Just like I said, just try to be careful how you play this deck. If you actually decide to play this deck, it's not a bad deck. It's actually very good. It's somewhat competitive. To me, this is like the most competitive build that I can actually find to do from when I've been building and playtesting this deck. Like I said, I've tried so many different builds with so many different type of color schemes. I've tried him dip with everything. When I mean everything, I mean basically everything. I've had him with the Kales, I had him with the Gohans, I had him with the Gotenks, I had him with Red, I had him with a lot of different things. And to me, this is the most effective thing that I can come up with using Majin Vegeta. Yeah, if you guys have any type of different opinions, any type of different point of views towards the deck, just let me know down below. Comment down below. Basically, this is my version of Majin Vegeta. It's been a long time. Took a while for me actually to post this deck up, because like I said, I always try to bring out the best, always try to do the best on every deck that I do, always try to give 100%. I never try to give you guys a deck that I will not approve of, and this deck, the way it is, kind of funny looking, I know it is, but it actually does work. Give the deck a try, and if you like it or you don't like it, leave a comment down below. This is Gabby from Team DeathNote, and peace out.